Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the last little bit of inequalities that we need to do, which is looking at graphing inequations. So we graph inequations the same way as we graph regular equations. The only difference is that we then have to shade which part of the graph we're looking at, and that'll make more sense in a second. So the things we want to think about is the same kind of thing we did when we were looking at just graphing straight lines. Okay, we want to plot a couple of points and join it up. And then from there we can sketch the graph. So we're going to graph these two inequations. Oh, sorry, just one second, I forgot to plug in my drawing board. First thing we're going to do is look at graphing this one. So this is y is less than, sorry, wrong way around. Y is greater than 3x. Okay, now notice that it's only greater than, not greater than or less than, and that'll change a little bit what we're going to plot when we're doing it. Okay, so what do we know about y is greater than 3x? So what I want you to do is think about it in the same way as you, for the moment, would think about y is equal to 3x. So we know here we've got a gradient of 3. Okay, because that's our y equals mx plus c. Okay, we also know that there's a plus 0 that's kind of imaginary on the end there. So that means that our y-intercept, okay, is equal to 0. So from here, when we plot this, I'm going to plot the y-intercept at 0, 0, 0, straight through the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to plot a couple of points on either side of that. So if my gradient is 3, for every one x value I go across, I go 3 up. And likewise, for every 1 I go back, I'm going to go 3 down. Okay, and if you want to, you can put a couple more points in. I'm going to put a couple more in just because it's actually really hard to draw a straight line with this pen that I'm using. So it'll just hopefully help a little bit. Okay, so this is our guide for drawing our inequality. Now the next thing is we're not going to draw a perfect straight line to go through this because our inequality that we're graphing is not equal to 3x. So our 3x line, kind of like where you do, remember when we're drawing inequalities and you only have a less than sign, not like a less than or equal to sign, we just use open circles and not closed circles. Closed circles means so this would be, so if we were drawing this, say that's 1 and that's 3, okay, x would be greater than 1 and less than or equal to 3. Okay, so when we're graphing, we use a dotted line to show that it's not equal to that value there. Okay, and then we're looking at the parts where y is greater than 3x. So we're going to have y values that are bigger than that line. So then what we do is we shade in all of the region around that line to show that it's an inequality. So we're looking at anything that is bigger than that line. So we shade all of this in, however you want to do it. Probably should have used a different color that wasn't the same as the line. I didn't think that through overly well. Okay, but there's our inequality there. Okay, so a couple of things. Obviously your line should be, I might actually just go over this so we can see it a bit better. Your line should be straight. Mine's a bit on the curvy side, but other than that, that's pretty much what it should look like. Okay, so remember, a couple of things to remember, that less than or greater than, you use a dotted line. Okay, greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, you use a full line. Okay, if it's greater than, you shade above the line. Okay, less than, you shade below line. All right, beautiful. Okay, next thing, the next one we're going to look at is this one here. I'm just going to use black. Y is, and then now in this case we're looking at y is less than or equal to 2x minus 4. Okay, now again, what do we know about this? If we had this as y equals 2x minus 4, okay, we would know that our gradient is equal to 2, and we know that our y-intercept in this case is negative 4. Okay, so we can plot that on our graph. Again, I'm just going to use a different color. Okay, so yellow is not a good colour. We'll go with purple. Okay, so -4 is the y-intercept, so I'm going to find -4. Okay, there it is. And then for every 1 unit I go across, because my gradient's 2, I'm going to go 2 up. So 1 across, 2 up, 1 across, 2 up, and 1 across, 2 down, 1 across, 2 down. Okay, so there's our line in there. So if I go through now and I join these up, okay, remember the gradient's only 2, not 3 like it was in the last one. So it should be, so the gradient, sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once. Gradient's only 2, so the line shouldn't be as steep as the one where we had the gradient of 3. Okay, so I've just changed this to being a bit thicker. Now, because this is equal to, I started doing a dotted line and I realized that's not right, so we should have a full line through these points here. Okay, so here's our full line going through these points. We're just going to kind of follow that up in that trajectory. Okay, well, it's a bit straighter than the last one at least. There we go. Okay, so there's our line. Now, this is less than, okay, so when we go through and we do our shading, we're going to shade in everything that's less than that line, and that's going to represent our inequality. Okay, perfect. All right, well, that's everything done for today. Nice kind of quick video. There's a worksheet attached to the email that I want you to do. Any problems with it, let me know. There's some answers on it, so please check your working out, see how you go. Other than that, I think you'll be fine. Okay, we're going to start on something new next week, so enjoy, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.